First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Hey, Sam off.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun give to Fournette. Again he finds an opening. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big run by the big man Fournette. 48 yards on the ground. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Luck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Hey, box drop. SOS. Hey, Mike 51.
Throwing on third down. Luck. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Here we go. 8, read. Look at me. Door.
They'll run with Fournette. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete on 2nd down. It's Jones, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Hey, lock it.
Now Leonard Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Sam off.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. The 1st down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Greystone, travel. Hey, orbit. Be driven.
To throw on 2nd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Rock it.
Now Fournette. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Luck. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 51. Get ready.
From the gun, here's Luck. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Out of the gun, Luck. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Luck. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Score!
Fournette. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. On the run, it's Fournette. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
We got this.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And finally brought down at the 38. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Throwing on first down. Ford, Powell on the catch. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Gets it to Gordon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Luck. And a play like that with how far he had to go to make that sack shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Now Luck. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. On first down, it's Powell. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Fournette, a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready, set. 58, Mike. You better bring it. You better bring it.
2nd and 11. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Go. 90, Wolf.
On 3rd and 2, Ford. Open man is Gordon, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
60 or. Hey, lock it. He's checking.
They'll run on first down. Powell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Hey, Sam off.
Right back to him on first down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
15 line. Topper. Now.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Mike, 58, right there. I got you, boy.
On third down, it's Powell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, it's Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go.
Now a first down throw. Locke. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, a 22. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Locke. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
3 down. Jim.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff to Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
18 Gator. Watch twist. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Full. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Let's go, D. On the book now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11. Mike 51. Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo.
Off of play action. Luck. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack on 1st down, Luck. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Luck now to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Again, it's Fournette. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it.